question 15, recognising different quadratic graphs. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to consider the one that they give me an example. So if I was to solve this, I would find that x has to go through at 2 and x goes through at minus 2. So when y equals 0, my x values would be 2 and minus 2, which you can see from this graph are where they cross. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do that for each of these different equations and then match up the correct graphs based on the places where they go through. Alternatively, you could work out where the different places here need to be and then just find the matching ones. So if we do it the longer way, here I'm expecting to see x going through at minus 1 and x going through at positive 4. If I look at my graphs, this one does do that, but we're going to come back to that one in a minute. This one, I've got a repeated bracket of x minus 4, so I would expect to see it only at x equals positive 4. For this one, I would expect to see an x equals 0 and an x equals minus 4. This one, I would expect to see x at 1 and x equals minus 4. We've already done this one. This one, I would expect to see x at 0 and x at positive 4. For this one, I would expect to see x at 1, and then this is where you need to be careful because this is 4 minus x, so minus x would be at 4. Now the minus x here means that the shape is actually going to be an N shape rather than a U shape. Next one, same principle, I would expect minus x to be at minus 1, and I would expect x to be at minus 4, and again, this one would be an N shape. Last one, I would expect to see it at x equals minus 4 and only x equals minus 4. So if I now compare graphs with what I would expect, this one is x at minus 4 and x at 0. So this one has x at minus 4 and x at 0. The next one I would expect only at x equals minus 4. So x equals minus 4 is this one. And then the final one, straight away we've got this N shape, so I can narrow it down to one of these two, and I'm going through at minus 1 and positive 4, which is that one there, and that's the end of question 15.